Hello everybody, I'm Dan Fowler, the Imagination Engineer, and I'm here to give you some wisdom on this whole love revolution. We hear about love all over the place, about self-love, about loving others, it's all about love. And I agree. The problem I'm seeing is that a lot of people lump a whole bunch of things together and they call it love, or they call it the expression of love to self or others, and they get all hung up in their own terminology. So what I'm about to do over the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you how to deconstruct your terminology around loving yourself, about your worth, about your value. So this section is really all about worth versus value. Now, you probably hear a lot of gurus, a lot of people talk about those two things as one in the same. And I'm here to tell you that it's not so. Wealth and worth and value and how you show up in the world and your awesome worthiness that you have, they're not all the same thing. Let me share with you why. My perception of this is about like the whole word value. Value is something that's very subjective. Although we hear in the entrepreneurial space, in the business space, across the board, that somehow I have to bring more value to my customers, my clients, or the people I'm called to serve. How is that possible? You cannot bring more value to anything. Value is subjective, meaning if I call something value, it doesn't necessarily mean that you think it's valuable too. Just because I think I'm bringing value to something doesn't mean the person next door thinks that I'm bringing value at all. So when I bring more value, or that term, when people say bringing more value, it's really a deception or a manipulation tool. It's somehow my product, my service, and what I bring is less than. That it's less valuable unless I add in these pieces of content, or I put in this webinar, or I put in this, that, or the next thing, and I add on to it and give you the kitchen sink. That's not value. Value is subjective, and what I mean by that is that it's applied to the person receiving the item. I'll give you an example. I like to drive. Now, some people will say, well, Dan, if you love to drive, then you should get a Lamborghini or a Maserati or a Ferrari. And I'm like, no, those are not valuable to me at all. You're thinking yourself, well, Dan, those are like sports cars. They're fantastic. They're multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars. They're like the cream of the crop. That is so valuable. And I'll tell you, there has no value to those Ferraris and those Lamborghinis, the Maseratis to me. There's no value, zero. Why? It's because I would never buy one of those cars. And it's not because I'm above it or I'm trying to, don't want to be snooty. It's because of my size. I'm 6'7". Therefore, getting into one of those cars is not a good idea. And even if I tried to do it, it would not be fun. It would not be fun to be a passenger. It would not be fun to drive it, let alone pushing in the clutch to do the stick shift with my long legs. So, there is no value for me in those cars. Now, do those cars have worth? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to share more on that in just a minute. But back to this value. Value is subjective. It's something that I apply to it. No matter what the price tag is, no matter what the benefits and features are, no matter what I get out of it, it is not valuable unless I say it is. So the person offering me that Lamborghini, that Ferrari, that Maserati cannot bring me more value. It is impossible to do so. Value is subjective. Value is something that is bestowed upon your stuff. You, your services, your products, your coaching, whatever it is. Value is bestowed. Now, a lot of people use the term value, and then people get a lot of this hang up going, I have to be more valuable. I have to, in order for me to compete in the marketplace, I have to add on more, quote unquote, value. And they jump into a new rat race. And they're trying to outdo the next person, the next event, by adding in more, because somehow their self-esteem is dependent upon the value they bring. That if I just bring more value, people will buy. If I just bring more value, people will see my worth. And does it happen? Nope. Never, ever, ever does. It's only when you're able to associate value and worth together. These are not the same thing. Let me jump into worth. Worth, your worth. No one can take it away from you and no one claims it. That's a divine endowment. I'll say that again. Worth is a divine endowment to you at the time that you entered this world and maybe beyond. So this worth capability, this worth hub, that never changes. It is beyond. It's like that whole MasterCard commercial, priceless. It's priceless. No amount of extra value features or extra dollar signs creates more worth. It's worth. Now, some people may not understand or even recognize your worth, and that's okay. That's on them. That's not up to you. Your worth is not diminished based upon somebody else's perception of it. It's a divine endowment. You have all your gifts, your talents, your skills, your intuitive alignments. They're all embedded within your worth. This is your gift from the divine, from source, at the point that you came into this world, and it's what you are supposed to be drawing from in order to bring awesomeness into the world. So the best way we can love ourselves, love our neighbors, love our clients, is to understand the difference between value and worth. Because if I walk around being worthy, my worth, I've recognized my worth, I'm aware of it, and I stand strongly in my worth, that gives me the opportunity to call myself worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy. I'm like stamped with the royal seal. I'm a royal child of the universe. Real child of God. No ifs, ands, buts about it. However, value. Some people may look at your worth and go, puh. And that's okay. You probably experience this in relationships. Maybe in business relationships too. Maybe in business deals. Maybe in, you did an event and you didn't sell all the programs you wanted to. It's because there was a misalignment between your worth and your value. Now, your value is something that I'll take. I'll take credit. I'll take value. I'll take all of these items. But there's something that's bestowed upon me. It is a blessing upon me. It's not something I generate. I don't generate value. I am worth. I create an opportunity for situations and people to provide value-based feedback to me. And sometimes that feedback is in the form of dollar bills, buying a program, going to an event, being on a VIP day with me, whatever it is. Sometimes that feedback is dollars. It's just energy. Sometimes that value is a testimonial. Sometimes that value that they're bringing to it is just bringing in referrals to you for the next thing. Now we're all, I'm a business owner, so I'm looking for things to be able to sell, but sell with integrity. Not sell because I need to figure out the next thing to add to my thing, whatever that is, that gives more value. I can't do that. I can't bring more value to you. It's impossible. I don't try. I'm just very confident in my worth and in my position with that when I do decide to show up physically, energetically, emotionally, spiritually, when I show up, my worth speaks for itself. And those that wish to connect with me in community, in relationship, as a just one-on-one, or maybe it's relationship in a business situation too, those that want to connect with me, they will start to value that experience, and that is totally with them. Everyone's experience of me is different. Everyone's experience of you is different. Different experiences require different gauges of value. That's on them. They could devalue you in their own mind. Does that mean your worth is gone? No. But too many times I see memes and I see people talking about, don't let other people take your value away from you. It wasn't yours to be able to take away in the first place. Value is not part of your responsibility. And I know this may be like blowing your mind right now, but that's good. You want to be more aligned with how to love yourself, love your communities. It's understand the difference between these two, the worth and the value. Now, I'm going to bring one last thing in here too. I saw this a couple days ago and I've been seeing it flying around. I thought I would share it. Is that credit? Like, give yourself credit. Like, give yourself props. Like, ooh, you did a good job. Pat yourself on the back. That's self-love. Okay. All right. I'm okay with that term, if you will. But some people, like, use it as, I'll use it as a crutch. I'll just say that. Like, I need to give myself credit. I need to remember to give myself credit because I have value. Or I'm worthy of this. Or whatever it is. And they mix it all together. My friends, credit is, again, something that's bestowed upon you. If you're going to receive credit for something awesome you did, you don't have to give it to yourself. If you feel like you have to give it to yourself, then you have a very skewed view of your own worth. You don't have to give yourself accolades. That's for other people to do. There's the things that you do when that no one sees. That is just because it's coming from your heart and from your being, and it creates awesomeness for other people and no one knows about it. Those are the most important things. Oh yeah. Because if you need the fame and you need the highlight and the spotlight and like, ooh, Dan's so awesome or whatever. They have to get, I want that accolade. I need to receive credit for this awesome thing I did, that I'm really not secure in who I am. I'm not secure in my worth. If I'm not secure in my worth, there's no way in hell I can give value to anybody. And let alone, why should I even try? Because value, like I said, is bestowed upon by the other person. Credit, my friends. Credit, value, worth. Don't lump them all together. I beg you, don't lump them all together. They are pieces to the puzzle of this thing we call love. Loving self, loving others. When you recognize your own worth, it's going to be really easy to recognize other people's worth, too. Really, really easy. And when you recognize other people's worth, you can make a quick decision whether or not you're going to put value on what they do. I can respect and understand the worth of people that disagree with me. I can, politically, emotionally, coaching-wise, paradigm-wise, philosophy-wise, if they disagree with me, does that mean they're wrong? No, not necessarily. That just means we have a different point of view, a different way of looking at things, and that's totally okay. Will I value their programs in the sense, would I buy into their program because I disagree with them? I've done it before, but not necessarily. Probably not. Most of the time, it's like, okay, we get each other, we're in alignment on those things, and I'm going to spend money or I'm going to create some sort of feedback with you so we can jump in and do more together. And I value their worth, and I also value what they're producing. They don't generate more value, it just is because of their worth. Our worths are now at the same frequency connection. And there was like, there's a match. I want to work with that person. Not, okay, here's my worth, and let me create some value out here, and hopefully somebody will bite, like going fishing. Forget that. Show up in who you are. I teach about manifestation to my clients. It's about manifesting on demand. I have 6 steps that go through that process. So I can't bring more value. I just am. So you got to be first, do second. You never manifest, ever, ever, ever. You never manifest what you want. You always manifest who you are. So you want more clients? Be better. Be a better you. Understand your worth. Don't try to create more value. The moment I started doing this, guys, I started stepping away from trying to find more value because all my coaches were telling me, add value, add value, add value. And it's bull crap. It's just crap. I'm just going to tell you right here, don't get sucked into that mindset. The moment I stopped trying to put value into my programs, my coaching, and my packages, and I just stood strongly and firmly in my worth, my endowment that I've been given by the divine and source, magical things started to happen. First off, I released so much stress that I had to live up to my clients or prospects' expectations of what my program would be because I don't have enough value in it. And since wasn't making sales, I'm going to tout from the rooftops and from social media, I am creating value. Not really. Not ever. I had to step back and go back to source, to my source, to the source. Say, no, that Dan Fowler, he's got worthiness. He is worthy. He's got worth. And his worth is going to be an attraction factor to everyone else that wants that type of awesomeness. Your type of awesomeness is attractive too. And if you're not dialing into you and the worth of you, no one will ever value anything you do. You can't force it down their throat. Value is bestowed upon from the outside in. Not you saying, this is valuable, and if you don't buy it, you're stupid. Value is always bestowed from the outside in. I have a program. Say it's $5,000. Is that the value of it? No. Is it valued higher? No. The worth of that program is priceless. The value is whether or not someone goes, yes, I want that worth. I want to connect with it because that's in alignment with me. And it doesn't matter what the price tag is, my friends. I have found that when I am dialed into worth, and I don't try to bring value to the equation, people spend on average 3 to 4 times more. You want more money in your business? This is the way to go. You want more love and relationship in the business? It's like, boom, here I am. I am confident in my worth. And the right person, the right male, the right female, that if you're looking for a relationship, it's going to be drawn to that. We call it the gravity well in my 6 Steps to Manifest on Demand. Wouldn't you want something like that? Wouldn't you want a source where it's like ease? Ease is speed. Wouldn't you want speed in your business, in your relationships, in your life? Get this principle down first. Be extremely aware of it. Be conscientious of the words you use, how you use them, and to whom you use them with. Be very conscientious. Because the words that you are saying, they are like spells. Right? They're spells. You're casting spells everywhere you go. And when you mix everything up into one big ball, one big spell, it becomes garbly-gook chaos that no one can understand, even you. Because they are picking you up subconsciously as well as consciously when you are speaking to them, when you are engaging them on your website, when you are doing whatever interaction in this world. And if you're not coming from the place of endowment, worth, and not a place from let me add on the next Band-Aid and the kitchen sink and more value here and more value there, this, my friends, is the exact thing that is holding you back. You think you have to add on, do more, when all you have to do is be. Be what you were designed to be. And that has nothing to do with doing. Doing comes later. Doing is the symptom of the ease. There's symptoms with diseases, right? To disease, no ease. Lots of symptoms there. There's also symptoms for ease. Ease. And one of those things is inspired action and speedy inspired action. Ease and speed moving together. Don't kid yourself. Don't kid yourself into thinking that only I must add on and I'm not making sales because I don't have enough value. That's for somebody else. It's not your responsibility on the value. Bring in the worth. So if you walk away with anything from this session, know that your worth is immutable, unchangeable. No one can take that away. It's been given you and endowed to you from the source and divine. This is the greatest way you can love yourself, and the greatest way you can love others is to claim your worth and let the value take care of itself. I want to give a free gift as well, just for listening to this. I have many more great little morsels on all sorts of things, from business to mindset to relationships. And it's called Dan's Decrees. It is a free program. It's actually 52 weeks of free program. 52 weeks is 1 year. It's a video of me talking to you once every week for 1 whole year. It's absolutely free. All you need to do is Type in dansdecrees.com. dansdecrees.com. Check it out. You can sign up for free, and you'll get those great little videos with email in your inbox every single week. It starts off with gratitude, goes to service, and then 50 other weeks of awesome material, from how to fire a client to how to say no and how to receive a no as well. Tons of other topics in there too. I hope you'll take some time to check that out at dansdecrees.com. It's probably on this page as well. I'm Dan Fowler. I'm the Imagination Engineer. And hopefully this was a great session to help you split up these words called worth and value and really understand that they're two separate concepts. One is endowment to you. This is your worth. And the value is not your responsibility. The value is bestowed upon you by outside sources, and it's not up to you. So don't get wrapped around in your head and in your heart that you, for some reason, must add more value. Because it's a lie. The more energy you spend there, the less energy you can spend serving your clients, serving yourself, and living in a life of ease. Because ease equals speed. Once again, I'm Dan Fowler, the Imagination Engineer. Blessings to y'all.